Host.
Here we go, Toronto! One final chance for your hosts to stay alive in this tournament. It's going to be a tough one. Their opponents are a mean team. They're decked out in red from top to bottom. Tilt, I will have words with you later. Let's get this show on the road. First and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the lower bracket run still alive, the LA Thieves! Envoy, Kenny, Drazah, and Octane.
Your boos mean nothing as you're mere mortals to the Call of Duty gods on stage. These guys are tournament champions this year, but also the reigning world champions. A 6-0 spree in the losers bracket. They haven't lost a map. They turn up on LAN and they're playing against the home crowd. Familiar territory. Can they get it done? Let's bring out Toronto Ultra.
Well, here we go. Chance to stay alive here in the tournament. Your hosts, ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding and put your hands together for Toronto Ultra! Scrap, Hixie, Insight, and CleanX.
This is it. They find themselves in the elimination bracket and they have to get through our previous world champs from last year to make it to Sunday in their own home major. They're capable of doing it. We've seen them do it once before, and now they need to show up for the crowd. I'm looking at the slaying power. I'm looking at the rookies in Scrap and Hixie to continue their performances that we have seen throughout this qualifier. And I cannot wait any longer to get this match started. Miles, let's run it up.
I can't wait any longer either, Ellie. Right, they're in their respective corners. Let's keep it a good, clean fight. Everything above the waist, gloves up. Let's do this. Bryce Tunn, take it away.
Thank you very much. Yes, we are live and we are ready for this game. Top 6, top 4, quote the Raven and nevermore. One of these teams will be leaving us right now. The other one gets to continue on a Sunday.
This could very well be a grand final with how these two teams have been playing in general over this major. Of course, Toronto, I think it's a fair point what Joe was saying. Already playing a game today up against Atlanta FaZe. Ran them close, but not quite close enough. Here against Thieves, these are going to have to come out the blocks because this is going to be very, very tough. You don't just have to play your first game of the day all the way in the last game of the day. You have to go up against this Toronto team, and not just them, the Toronto crowd as well. But these boys are made of a different kind of gravy, though. These players are phenomenal in their own right, in every single way, and the pressure will matter not. Map number 1 going to be loading in very shortly, Brycey. I can't wait to get into this one.
Well, it's time like these, towards the end of the season, with the best players in the world, and these are two of the best teams looking to continue on and make a statement. For Thieves, tumultuous run in the qualifier has left them making the lower bracket run. For Ultra, it might mean a little bit more. It's a home crowd, but can they bring the glory back to Toronto?
Hotel will be map number 1 that we square up on. Both these two teams, it's very favored for them. They both enjoy it. They both have relatively decent records on it, but looking towards it, it is the Toronto home team. Sitting at 14-11, that may well just be the scarier prospect on this one. 10-10 for Thieves. For me, looking at this one, Toronto, rotations against Atlanta were not that good. 3 out of 11 went their way. The breaks weren't too bad, but they have this crowd behind them once again. It's do or die for both these two teams.
Gonna have to see miracle run or home run. That's what's on the table. They're going to just square up looking for these first gunfights. Get the eye in, get warmed up, and get the rotation.
Good first couple of kills coming in for Toronto Ultra. Locking it down, 3 ARs off the rip, including one from CleanX. See them flexing into that role when needs be. Scrap pushing the issue, trying to find some kills coming off the respawn. Still a scrappy one when we're looking over towards the P2 side. Seemingly LA Thieves being the ones there, but they can't find a kill. It's 6 in a row for Tobias to kick things off here on map number 1.
And this is what they're looking for, all the time that they can muster. Woo! Ultra firing on the cylinders. CleanX, the tissue with the issues. Still going, but eventually falls. This P2 is crucial as they're almost all tied up heading into it.
Great slaying over the course of P1, but as it comes to the important moments, they weren't able to find the kills. Scrapz can find 2 on transition, though. Octane now in a little bit of trouble. The rest of the team on their way, well coordinated. Octane through the front. Can he find any more? The answer is no. Close spawns here, though, for the side of LA Thieves. Kills coming in from both 2 teams. Spawns towards the back, still there for Ultra. They will just about keep hold.
And now they have it. They're going to push them all the way out to Sauna. They're going to figure this out very, very quickly. CleanX has identified it fast, but loses the gunfight to Drazah in the end after the trade. And it's still hold. It's still time for Ultra. Thieves are going to want to give this up unless they get bodies in position for one more push.
We always thought it was potentially going to be a slow start for the side of LA Thieves, and it has been a struggle. The slaying department very much belonging to the side of Toronto Ultra. 11-3 from CleanX to kick things off. This rotation will be important for Thieves, but both these two teams, what they really excel in when it comes down to hotel is breaking. Toronto sitting at the very tippity top at 45%, LA Thieves at number 3. Both these teams know how to break on this map. Gonna have to see a good example of it from Ultra here. LA Thieves are dug in deep.
Well, HyDra trying to get that first kill. It hasn't worked out for them. Needs bodies, needs the rest of Ultra to be here for the trade. Scrapz is going to find one as well, though. Kenny gets that trade back as well, though, and there's going to be 2. And Ultra fly in. That breaking percentage is right some of the time.
Like a knife through butter that time around. It was pretty much all through the front door, but the kill from Scrapz around the side is what just opens that small gap that they needed. LA Thieves will break this one back, though, with 40 seconds to go. Ultra spawning, well, relatively close. They will be here shortly, but it will take another good break if you want a solid hold over towards the kitchen side. LA Thieves catching things up here. The break incoming.
And now they're looking for it. One more charge before they go through, and Insight correctly guesses. The rest of Ultra should now swarm in as they have all the kills. There's the scrap time for LA Thieves. They'll be looking to get those points back on this next rotation, though. Can they hold off Ultra? This game is nowhere near done.
It really felt like that FaZe dominated Ultra when we were heading over towards Bar in the previous series. They need to make sure they're dotting their I's and crossing their T's on the way over to this one. LA Thieves in a really nice position, but it's a comfortable lead for Ultra as we do head over towards P4. And just one thing I just kind of want to point out as we're here, we're talking about the slaying ability of Ultra. It's absolutely there here in this game. They'd really struggled over their previous 2 series and leading the way in this game specifically. Thieves are only 40 away. They've got the rotation. Is the break going to be here from Ultra? 40 seconds to go.
See, at the moment they're dug in. It's all about the trades. It's all about getting the kills where you need them. Open up that defense just a little bit. They're trying to push. They're trying to squeeze their way in. But the LA Thieves are holding them off. They are not committing to a gunfight unless they can win it, and they get all the kills in the kill feed. It was difficult for Ultra to find a sliver.
For all that we talk about the dominance of Ultra so far, the scoreline doesn't say that, though, does it? It really has felt like Ultra have been the ones pulling all the punches so far, but is the break going to be here for them? Kenny staying alive as long as he can. He's got backup from Drazah and Octane, and the kills flow in for Thieves. And just like that, what was a comfortable lead for Ultra is decimated by the LA Thieves. Ultra now on their way over towards the restaurant side. They want to forget about that P4 rotation very, very quickly. My way, Drazah.
And there's his streak. Continues to run, will run into CleanX, though. Ultra are here first. Kenny knows players are looking for him as well. The comms coming in, but CleanX will destroy him. He was ready, he was waiting, but he was ultimately found wanting. Ultra now continuing to hold down Restaurant from pressure that is now flooding in from Thieves.
CleanX has been talked about as a superstar in the league, and he will need to be a superstar for the team here, sitting at 14-11. He will be the one to find the opening break for Ultra, as Thieves did find a force through. Kenny Octane holding down well. It's just a big hit from the glass side. Really good play from the LA Thieves, just forcing their way in, but they can't get rid of Scrapz. Drazah left here all on his own. The rest of Thieves now on their way to help. They cannot be there in time. But looking at this rotation coming in, LA Thieves already on their way over towards the kitchen side. They want these spawns as we head over towards glass. It's a slender lead for Ultra, but you would argue that Thieves may be in the better position to make their way over towards this bedroom side of the map.
Now it comes down to it. Thieves are sold for this one as well, but HyDra's still alive and Kitchen will eventually fall. And while Ultra will be closer to that hill, it's LA Thieves who have played for this position. CleanX bringing in the reinforcements from the sky, looking for anything, and he does find a teammate as well, but it will be Ultra with control to begin with.
Well, there was another cruise missile coming in there. That may well have been from Drazah. As Thieves trying to answer back with something, and for all that Thieves pick up that kitchen spawn, they haven't picked up a kill in what's felt like 2 minutes. That streak that comes in from CleanX just slows them down on that transition, that open area across the map. But the kills eventually 30 seconds into the hill. Start to fall the way of the LA Thieves. Big kill coming in from Drazah. Will now find himself over towards the stair side. It will be a break for the LA Thieves. That's the biggest lead we've seen from Ultra since P3.
Insight looking for the players he knows hanging around. He's going to find Octane first. Pre-fire on the Envoy, who chooses to go the other direction. To hold here from Thieves, they get a little bit of time back as we head into this second rotation. This game is still balanced between these two. This amount of points, it does not matter on a map like this, and they are still fighting.
Felt like Ultra had a really good time with things over P1, 2, and 3. Since then, LA Thieves have started to claw their way slowly and surely back into it. It was a nice break from Ultra on the back of the cruise missile from CleanX, who has not slowed down. Looking over towards the spawns of P2, which are going to be coming in very, very shortly. It's LA Thieves dominating the kill feed and dominating those spawns. They're heading over towards the P2 side. Where's that? Toronto Ultra just trying to find a kill right now. Thieves starting to heat up into this game, it feels.
He's already found one. It's an easy pick up for him as well. And last time around, Ultra did get a good amount of time on this point. They're looking to do it again. They are pushing LA Thieves out. They know P2 is a priority as well. And that call have already got in that they've lost it to Thieves.
Kills over towards the Jules side, coming in from the Thieves, just slowing this crowd down that little bit, just slowing down Ultra as quickly as they can. The caliber of player on both these two teams is immense, and CleanX will have to be every single amount of that talent if he wants to try and find his team into the lead in this series. It's a good couple of kills coming in for the Toronto Ultra. Drazah slows it down, but it will be Ultra to find a breakthrough early on in P2. LA Thieves are very much here.
And Scrapz knows he has to stay alive for a few seconds, getting back control. He knows they are coming as well. He finds the first, looking for the second. It's Octane who'll get it this time around. Trade still flowing here, but it will be Ultra in a slightly stronger position, and they hold them off. That is a huge amount of time if they can clear their back line.
It's been fantastic from Ultra so far. It's about to get towards that 60-point mark. LA Thieves will need a perfect rotation very, very shortly. The Ultra boys have got the crowd behind them, have been wiped off the point. But let's go for a listen in and listen to the comms of Toronto Ultra.
I don't think he went in new yet. Nothing's got souls, I think it's one storage. Yeah, it's one over, Jamie got. Good storage quick. They're going to spawn back, they have to, we're blocking everything. I'm trying out. Play spawners if you need. Go side door, dead. Go back, one side, no, you went connector, pinch in front. Protect, Jamie, hold it. Right there. Nice, give a shit. Two sides. Tommy, one side, two times. Hit front. Yep, just go quick. About to dive in. Side, back door. Bring my back door. Flank, left. Hold the side. That's one front, nothing big. Nice fall. Maybe the counter spawns now. Take our time. Nothing Close skirt. No, he said no. Bricks. One back though as well, yo.
And a final break for Thieves, but Ultra have screamed into the lead. They're feeling confident. They know this is a great position for them as well. The rotation is just on the cusp of popping. Can they beat Thieves in map 1?
And it's the same thing as last time around. 2 and 3 was very kind to them. The last time around it was P4 where LA Thieves really caught up into the game. They are not in as good a position as they were last time, though. They got Insight behind them. The rest of Toronto Ultra slowly and steadily taking their time. Insight finding Octane, cannot find Drazah. Kill starting to fall though for the Toronto side.
Kenny versus Scrapz. That's a huge kill for them in the end. Kenny finds a second. They hold them off one more time. This hill is inviolable. Ultra cannot break it. They failed last time around. And the points for LA Thieves will continue to tick in a good direction. But they must continue to play flawless. Insight finds his way through, and CleanX gets another. It cannot be won here, but it is a dagger blow to the heart of Thieves.
They've got to try and fight for this. They've got to try and fight for it. CleanX is all over them, but they've also got to worry about the rotation. Toronto Ultra very much within touching distance of this one. It'll be about an 8-point game for them as we head over towards the restaurant side. And the LA Thieves, they're nowhere near it.
And now the bodies are stacked. Ultra have the position. Thieves, though, find the first couple of kills. It's only going to be Hicksy. He finds one. He looks for a second onto Envoy. He finds it inside to the rescue. And that'll be it. Surely that'll be done. LA Thieves are not close enough to stop this. Ultra take map number 1.
Fantastic work through P2 and 3 is what gets the job done. Rotations were something that was very hard to come by against Atlanta FaZe. Not a problem. against Thieves. And it makes the difference. The breaks were there. It just felt like Ultra came out the gates absolutely screaming. The slaying ability from CleanX is out of this world on his day. And today may well be one of those days. Fantastic work from him and the rest of the team. Scrapping CleanX, getting this slaying job done. And Thieves could just not keep up.
And maybe it's the crowd buff. Maybe it's that amped feeling that the Ultra fans give the players on the way in. They started off hot. CleanX actually started off 7-0 in that series. Ended it pretty good as well. 35-27, 35-24 from Scrapz as well. There was a lot of back and forth, but Thieves just couldn't hold on when they needed to.
I mean, you look at the battles that you're going to talk about. Scrapz beat Octane, CleanX versus Envoy. Clear winners on the scoreboard, finding those important kills. CleanX was a demon in that game. It felt like Scrapz was always chipping away, but it always felt like CleanX was the guy finding the big moments. Insight was having a quiet game in the first half of the hard point, but then really stepped it up, and that's when Ultra started to run away with things. We knew the breaking was going to be there. That was something that kept them in the game against Atlanta FaZe when we're talking about the hard point specifically. But the rotations were there this time. LA Thieves really couldn't keep up. I want to say that, you know, a lot of these huge gunfights towards the actual transitions is where things really went wrong for Thieves. When we did see them get a rotation, though, they were locking down some good time, but they struggled when they didn't get themselves a nice setup. They were finding moments here and there, Brycey, but it was only that, wasn't it? It was never really a convincing point where you thought they were going to win the game. Ultra just seemed to be on a different level in map number 1. But we did say Thieves may come out slow in this one. They will warm into this series as it goes on. Their first series of the day for the last one. But they are very much one of the competitors, and they will not be too perplexed by this one. And map number 1 will go Ultra's way. LA Thieves very much still in it.
And that may be the difference. Just little moments. Little advantages that Ultra found in the heat of battle. But bear in mind, this is a game we're looking forward to. Major 3, Major 4 champions, both on the stage. For Ultra, a hometown story. For Thieves, the loser bracket run. What I'm most looking forward to, what I always look forward to, is that these two teams are at the peak of Call of Duty, and they are displaying it for us here and now. We've talked about these maps being a square up. There's a good reason for that.
Yeah, because both these two teams believe they are the best teams in the game on these maps in particular. Both of them, of course, with decent hotel hardpoint records, and we got a good example of that there. But Toronto with the edge on that one, and very much thanks to Scrapz and CleanX leading the way. And we said in terms of how they had really been outslain in the last 2 series and still managed to take one of them over the line, bring FaZe close. They then went and outslayed Thieves and made it look significantly easier. It's not just all about kills, though. We know that. No. It's very much about the rotations. But, man, when CleanX starts that hot, you know you're in for a really rough ride if you're their opposition. Drazah and Koda will know heading into a search and destroy. They'll be feeling good about themselves. No problem whatsoever. Still a lot of Call of Duty left to be played.
And that's one of the things between these two teams as well. Even in this competition, Ton, this is what we're getting to at the end of the year. 5 teams left at the major. 4 of them are champions. 4 of them. Only Røkkr are the odd team out in the winners bracket as well. But the rest of them have all tasted victory. And not only is this the major, is this the championship, but just down the road, just over the horizon, are 4 rings that cement your name as a legend in the Call of Duty world. This is the last run to that. The last chance we'll get to see you before you play for everything you've been playing for all year.
And any one of these teams and then some could go on to win it. It's going to be a hell of a time when we do get over to Vegas in just a few weeks' time. I barely got to be home, mate. We get back, we come back over. I'm very much looking forward to the end of this Call of Duty season because it's always the best time. Competition at its all-time highest. Both these two teams undoubtedly will be in the conversation, but they would like to be in the conversation for major number 5. And these two teams are on the brink of elimination. As we head into Hotel Search and Destroy, LA Thieves finding themselves behind after the hotel map number 1. Hanging to map number 2. We'll be feeling confident. This is the one there is more of a disparity in the stats. Toronto sitting at 6-9. LA Thieves 10-5. And the big reason for that, the first blood percentage for Thieves sits at number 1, and that conversion is good as well. For Ultra, that's something they really struggle on. 3v4s are sitting down towards the lower end of things, so they cannot get first blooded. They will lose lots of rounds if they do. LA Thieves must find these prior engagements and use the advantage to their best.
And now here comes the first hit. Ultra have tried to guess. They've tried to figure out this positioning. LA Thieves a little bit more cautious. But where does this first blood fall?
On board with Drazah here. Over his last 3 maps on Hotel Search and Destroy. 2.08 KD, 25 and 12 in 24 rounds. Keep an eye on him as the X factor for the LA Thieves. A very aggressive approach here.
Almost looks like a minesweeper trying to figure out if a player is there, but CleanX finds Envoy. Don't know what information it'll give him. That was mid-map as well. For LA Thieves, they burn a lot of time here trying to figure this one out, but Hixie, he was waiting for it for so long, eventually finds Drazah, sees Octane as well. He will be screaming down that microphone, I need help. Kenny will find him. Back down to a 2 versus 3.
Yeah, Inside just gets back down by some really good shots coming in from Kenny. Now over towards the bedroom side, but time is ticking for the LA Thieves. They've got to do something now, but Kenny gets some good timing on the CleanX, but his time on their side. Scrapping inside, oh yeah, 18 seconds.
Oh my goodness, Scrapz gonna be loaded as well, and Octane is outnumbered. And Ultra get that first round. It was a slow burn up, but eventually positioning from Scrap. And you can see Octane was like, I was trying to cover that.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. You get 2, 3, 4, 5 different angles to watch it whilst that bomb is going down, and time was ultimately the equalizer towards the latter stages of the round. Good work from Ultra, you burn that time. Really good work from Kenny, to be honest with you. Finds 2 kills to bring it back into the realms of possibility. Just not enough time to, well, as I said, clear your bases. You need to make sure you know exactly where Ultra are if you want to get that plant down. Doesn't work out now. Ultra on the attack with the lead. They're enjoying Hotel right now.
CleanX making moves, being aggressive, looking for information, looking for players. You see Kenny as a long-range Vaz fight. Neither wants it in the end. Oh my goodness, Envoy misses the kill here, and Ultra looking to maybe get him out of this equation. Doesn't work quite yet. Ultra will have to rethink this approach.
That's a very wide child from the Dark Prince himself. Checking down towards the restaurant side, but he will not die, so he will get the information. There's a few boys from the Ultra side down that side of the map. Ultra's trying to still work her way through. You can see the island being played. Inside actually popping dead silence to try and make something happen over towards that side. Not going to happen for him. Drazah trying to play some information as well. Time whittling down as well, but first blood goes over towards Ultra. Scrap will find it and Envoy. It's now a 4 versus 3 in Ultra's favor.
And again though, time is dissipating. 28 seconds left to go. Drazah looking for a play. He's called it as well. He's trying to get out with his life. He knows the pressure is on. Octane will find one as well as everybody swings into action. Kenny trying to find a play. He will fall as well. Drazah up top trying to defend this. Octane is going to swing out for a chow. He's to go down. Drazah a 1 versus 3. And Ultra have decided discretion is the better part of valor. He will find Scrap. He will find Scrap. But bomb down, a 1 versus 3 for Drazah.
We'll break down what happened there towards the end of the round, but what's the play now for Drazah? The bomb was moved over towards B in the transition. Thieves are looking over towards the site, looking over towards A, thinking, where the hell are they? Stop this bomb, it's not even here.
Love him or hate him. He finds the first, but not the second. The second is a snap too far. And there will not be any tears in the crowd quite yet. He went for it. That first snap on a Hixie was brutal. But CleanX is not missing.
Trades inside the kitchen are just so easy to find if you are that team who have that bomb down. You just set yourself up. It comes through one of the, well, what feels like 15 doors. The trade should be there. And CleanX was there to happily pick that one up. And I actually love the transition from Ultra because you can see the times whittling down. Thieves are like, check the bomb. Are they planting or not planting? And do we need to jump? Can we not see them? Oh, well, it's because they were already on their way over towards B. Really big heads-up play coming out from Toronto Ultra, but this is a little bit different. Thieves aggressive over towards their side. The stun check comes through, but CleanX does find one on the check. And now a 3 versus 4. Thieves are getting this down, but Ultra getting aggressive.
They're looking for it, though. Drazah's going to find one in the middle as well. Goes down 3 versus 3. And that's 3 versus 2. It's gone down to a 2 versus 2. It's the Thieves that are backpedaling now, and that nade is not great.
Could have done with it. Maybe could have done with it.
And now to 1 versus 1. With 30 seconds left to play, anything could happen. There's another hit marker going down. What is Scrap going to do versus Kenny? Kenny technically has the better position, and he's going to see Scrap. He's going to go for the chow, and I don't know. That was close, but Thieves get it just in time.
Very, very close. Pros don't fake.
Also going to point out, there's no way I'm giving away Ninja Defuse in this crowd, just to be clear. It was close. It was very, very close. But Kenny just had the positioning.
He played that really well all the time. As soon as the flank came through, that was pretty close. It was as close as you're likely to get. So Thieves, by the skin of their teeth, just about get the round.
And now LA Thieves back on the board. CleanX and Kenny with a better position. No wobble there from that Baz.
Scrapz in trouble, has to push forward.
The rest of Ultra, though, moving to help, but Thieves do have numbers here as well.
Thieves just spreading their resources right now. No need to overcommit towards anything. You find the first blood. Just slowly turn that script. You don't need to do anything. Ultra, the ones are on attack. With 55 seconds remaining, we have noticed a few of these rounds have really went down towards the last stages or went down to time. Are Thieves going to be patient enough here? Ultra going to make their move. Scrap may well be playing the island as the transition for Toronto Ultra starts to come through. Thieves are ready for anything here.
Big fight though. Scrap is going to fight Envoy on the other side of the map. Down to a 3 versus 3. It's going to cause chaos in the camp of Thieves. They don't know where to go. They don't know where to be. The only information they've got is that a player has died on the other side of the map, and the trades fly in again. 2 versus 2. Both teams slugging it out.
HyDra's went for it, but he's got the bomb. Does he go for the transition over towards the other side? He has to win this gunfight and does so.
Time. They're going to go for Octane in the middle, and he finds him as well, but cannot get away. Ultra find the last kill. They find the trade. And these teams are burning time.
Longest 4 rounds of my life, this one. It's a bold call from HyDra to go for that push with 20 seconds to go. And I mean bold. Nearly a little bit silly.
Well, he managed to clean out top bedroom.
It's one of those though that you're like, it's 20 seconds, you've got the ball. If he dies in that situation, the round's done. Big plays from HyDra though, he does find the kill. And I believe it's Insight to clean up on Octane with 7 seconds to go. I don't think he would have had time to plant it. I don't think he would have had time.
Well, fortunately, doesn't matter anymore as we go into this next round. Drazah will find the first blood straight on the scrap. Aggressive this time around, but HyDra is here for the revenge. Down to a 3 versus 3. There are no clean rounds in this S&D.
It's a big commit from both these two teams over towards that side, but it's also now going to be a big commit over towards B. Octane will find one over towards this side of a CleanX. He's got to do a lot, and he does enough. Slows them down, but now left in a 1v2.
Still got dead silence. Still has an opportunity, but this time he is outnumbered. He's found something though. There's Kenny. Kenny's going to be weak. Kenny's going to reach out. CleanX trying to get away. 6 health. Nowhere to go. Nowhere to run. LA Thieves get one more back on the board.
Kenny backs up there because he knows there's no need for him to take the 1 versus 1. Waits for his teammate to get himself over, and he's playing his life as long as he can. Keep CleanX there. Keep him in your sights. Octane's on the way. Good job from LA Thieves to stop the bleeding. This was getting a little bit scary on occasion. These rounds have really come down to the finest of margins.
And I just don't know which way any of these rounds are going to go. It isn't clean. Trades after the first blood. Nobody can move without bullets finding their side. Now again, aggressive push on both sides, but this time the stun throws off CleanX. Drazah with another first blood. Envoy! He's going to get away with his life. Advantage now to LA Thieves.
He's been living very precariously, I want to say, Envoy, within this game. 0-5 right now. We're seeing a couple of wide trials coming through from him, but this is going to be a wide round for Toronto Ultra. This is going to be a free plant. Over towards the B side. LA Thieves now going to have to go for the 4v3 retake. They're not that close. It will be slow and steady. 40 seconds remaining on this bomb, and Thieves are on their way.
This is a retake. You have numbers and positioning, and there's another number. Complete swarm going through. HyDra gets one. He's got a second as well. Will fall down to a 1 versus 2 for Insight. He finds the first. 24 seconds to go. Octane versus Insight, and Insight clutches up. Ultra outnumbered, never outgunned. 2 from HyDra, 2 from Insight, and that's a lock.
I would love to see what the direct impact happened with HyDra. We've seen it come up in the kill feed, but it's a vital kill for Ultra. As soon as one falls, the dominoes then follow if you're in that situation over towards the B side. Crucial you find that first kill. But it's Insight with the 1v2 towards the end. Time again on somebody's side, but it's always coming down to these finite moments. Ultra have a little bit of breathing room now. Can Thieves find a comeback?
CleanX just looking for information. Octane and him doing a little bit of dance around the marble. And you can see pressure coming in towards B. And it's going to be HyDra stopping them, staying alive as a player behind him, but he's needed his escape room, they're going to fall. LA Thieves now have the advantage.
But what do Ultra do with the information that they have here? What's the move? Play it patient. There's a lot of noise happening over towards the B side. Is that going to drag them over? Does Insight take the bait?
That's what it's all about. Inside has been seen as well. Bullets ricocheting down luggage. They're worried about it. But they have the advantage. LA Thieves have positioning, they have numbers. That bomb is now down. That's another feather in the cap.
Drazah the important one here. It's a huge gunfight in the round, and there goes CleanX. And alongside of it, Insight's hopes of this one, you would like to think it's a 1v3. Found the 1v2 last time. This one may well be a tall order. 30 seconds to go. Thieves, irons up. This isn't possible.
Too many angles, too many ways to go. He'll find Octane. 22 seconds to go. LA Thieves cannot throw this one in the bin. Surely not. They will just play patient. They will play the time, and Kenny will eventually find that kill. It was a dream too far.
Always going to be difficult there for Insight. Can pick his way through on pretty much anything with plenty of time, but time was not on his side. It's felt like we've been saying that quite a lot. It's very much coming down to 10, 15 seconds left to go, etc. It's being interesting.
There are no easy rounds here.
No, none. Looking over towards the Thieves side, though, I mean, you kind of have to point out 0-7 from Envoy. Died every single round, hasn't found a kill just yet.
Don't worry, this is a Thieves special. They love doing this.
Very true.
Somebody drops a donut, they win the S&D.
Over towards the first blood, 4 to Ultra, 3 to Thieves, and that's the score in the round here as well. Providing to be very, very crucial. Ultra now with a big commit, and that's bedroom control as well. Thieves now going to have to go for a full site retake. This bomb's going down.
They have taken everything here. This bomb down, it will have to be a masterful retake from the Thieves. Already the first one comes through. Envoy gets off the donut, gets his first kill when they need it. Scrapz backing up as well. He's been stunned and gunned, and HyDra gets Octane back down to a 2 versus 3 with bomb down. And they're trying to find it as well. They're not going to get anything. It's a clear from the Thieves.
And Ultra almost put themselves in a bit of a hole there. They put themselves to be backed into the bedroom corner. And as soon as Envoy finds that first kill, it becomes really, really difficult to know exactly where the rest of the Thieves team are. You don't have the information. Top bedroom, yeah, okay, you've got lights control, but from there, they could pretty much be anywhere. LA Thieves tie it up 4-4. 2 big kills from Envoy that gets himself online in this game, and Thieves will tie things up.
Well, this game is going the distance. And Envoy, when they needed him, finds 2, another retake. Ultra tried to have their cake and eat it, went for a conservative plant angle and also took bedroom control, but they didn't want to really clear out bottom, so they just planted it for an angle that probably wouldn't give them as many options on the side defense. Now, though, LA Thieves on the attack.
Oh, they're meeting in the middle. They're meeting in the middle here. All 4 over towards that side. CleanX will find 1. HyDra goes for another one. It's an absolute massacre in the middle of the map. 3 kills for Ultra. And for all we've seen, slow, intense rounds, this one was not one of them.
And Ultra find that oh so crucial round number 5. That is map point to go up 2-0 against the Thieves. Our Major 4 champions could find themselves in a pit.
I mean, it's so entertaining when that happens. So many times we will see teams, defense or attack, they want mid-map control. Let's send 4 there. And when both 2 teams do it at the same time, it's absolute chaos. Toronto Ultra are the ones who find the first blood again. We said that that was a real win condition for Thieves. It's something you don't want to say they rely on, but they're very good at. The conversion rate's fantastic. They haven't been at the forefront of that. 5-4 now to Ultra. Map point. And this is to go 2 to the good, but Octane this time will find the first blood, will get out as well. 4v3 in favor of Thieves. In a good position here as well. What's the play now for Ultra?
As soon as Octane found it, they backed up, they put themselves in a better position. They know, even at this point, a retake would favor them. HyDra has to stay alive. It's still advantage Thieves, it's more advantage Thieves now. A 2 versus 4. These Drazah down luggage, but as we've seen over and over again this weekend, that is not an easy shot to make.
Your boy LaRue very much shredding in this round. HyDra though, will put this shoot over towards the light side. Now, what's the decision here for Ultra? Røkkr and hard play springs to mind. But what's the information here for Thieves? Time not really on the side, and there you go. It's another one for Octane. Working on the ace. HyDra, the last one alive, will find Drazah. Envoy should surely trade it, and does so. Round 11 incoming.
Well, there's our 5-5. It's always a square up. And this S&D deserve nothing less. Teams have played their hearts out from the front, in front and from behind.
Envoy picks up the pieces of what was a masterclass of an AR round from Octane. Finds 3 of his own. Envoy finds the last. And into round 11 we go in a vitally important map. It's one that Thieves would have looked at and thought to themselves, yeah, okay, we can get one here. Ultra fighting back as best they can. Into round 11 we go. Ultra on the attack. Which way do Thieves go? It's a big hit in the middle.
This might just be an absolute massacre. Scrapz has found Envoy straight out of the gate. There is going to be a play coming through. It's Drazah, but he falls. No big flank, no big opportunity for him. Kenny and Octane, backs against the walls. Ultra, like the Great White, can smell the blood in the water here. They just must not make a mistake, and that is the reason for the slow roll you're now seeing.
Cannot misstep. Octane has to go for the challenge. Gets out as well. Big kill coming in from Sam. Stun check. Doesn't hit him, and Scrapz doesn't have any information, but neither does Octane. Now what's the play going to be? Is Kenny going to get caught out on the other side? It's a 1v3.
Your boy LaRue must do everything he can. He's been so influential. Finds another one. Tries to stay alive, and he does. Flying around, desperately to get out of it. Somehow moving like a magician through it at the same time. This will be the ace if he can find it on a 5 streak. Nobody going towards him. Ultra will still have the numbers and bomb down.
If you can find one more, it's cruise missile as well, which is maybe something that he can work with, but it's the time there to do so.
Octane, for all the marbles, for everything here, it's about to be a square up. He's just in the information to dive past, 30 seconds to go. Looking for them, desperate to find a one-on-one fight that he can win and manipulate, but knocked into the lion's den. And Ultra, they hold it down when they need it. They fly 2-0 up now in this Clash of Titans.
Huge round 11 win for Ultra. Things getting very, very scary. Octane doing what he can, but that was not enough. Ultra with their lead, didn't let it slip. And we talked about the first bloods being the issue. They managed to find 6 of their own, and 6 rounds alongside of it as well. Ultra will find themselves with a 2-0 lead in this series, in this losers bracket, with a very, very big chance now of playing on their own home championship Sunday.
And it was just nervous everywhere. Octane even went 13-9. Couldn't find those final kills. Wanted it, but unfortunately, when he had to jump over, when he had to find the time, too many places to look. The fact he even stayed alive, by the way, in so many of those gunfights. Tippable, but tippable is not a win.
It almost just felt like Ultra were kind of dictating the pace, dictating what was going on the map for the majority of the time. They were the aggressor, and causing other Thieves to maybe react. And they are the ones that had to really answer the questions that were being posed of them, and the answer wasn't good enough for the majority of the time. LA Thieves falling 2-0 down here, and are staring down the barrel of being eliminated.
They certainly are, but this series doesn't end just because map 2 is done. Could be a lot more Call of Duty to come. Don't go anywhere. The Control is up next, and then who knows what we'll see. This and more going on here at the Major. We'll see you right after this.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL. And upgrade your game with the Scuff, the official controller of the CDL.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. We are live here at the Major in Toronto. And thank you to the fans who let me go to the toilet and skip the queue, because I needed that in the break. So appreciate you guys in the crowd somewhere. But also, we come back on an incredible series so far. And here's one of the highlights. This is our Scuff play of the game. It's Ultra versus Thieves, a 2 versus 4.
It looked like Scrapz got absolutely PP'd on there, but HyDra finding 2. Yet to see how that one actually initially happened. Finds 2, Kenny trades it out. And how many times have we seen clutches from this man? Inside gets the job done. And the consideration that that went to a round 11, a 2v4 from Ultra. Maybe just a huge swimming point in that one. And that was the Scuff play of the game. It's been really all Ultra so far. A comfortable map number 1, a 6-5 victory once again on Hotel. But we go to Control, and both these two teams ain't so bad at this mode.
They certainly were. I was going to say, comfortable map number 1, not really number 2. Already just in that little break, fans coming up and telling me, it's like, I am nervous, I am sweating. And I'm like, yeah, me too, brother. But here we go. Does this end here? Is it another 3-0 at this Major? I wouldn't bet on it, Ton, but what do the stats tell us?
Well, the stats tell us that these two teams are probably the 2 best teams in the game at this map. Look at that, 16-4 and 16-6. Toronto Ultra, the best defensive team in the game, the 2nd best defensive team in the game, and LA Thieves sitting at number 3 for both. So both these two teams well versed in this one. Map number 3, let's get into it.
This is exactly what I've been talking about. Great players, great teams, great game, but there's the first couple of kills. And it isn't going to be pressure for Ultra over towards B. Even though they found it, they go for the easy A.
Rather ambitious challenge coming in from CleanX, but would you have it any other way? Drazah to find 1 as the break back going to come here from Thieves. This will be very, very early. Envoy will find 1. Can he find a second here to help his team out to get them up? The point not going to happen. Insight and Co will run it up very, very quickly. LA Thieves have got no answer to this one. The transition from Ultra happening over towards B already. These going to have to lock down the hatches very, very quickly. They managed to find the kills on this transition. Very, very important they do so. Both these two teams on a 5-map winning spree when it comes down to Hotel Control. And it's very much been a party in the lobby for Ultra so far. 2-0 up in the series. Can Thieves answer back? B-side now, complete lockdown by Thieves. Lives, dead even.
Oh my goodness, the hip fire. We've seen the cheese before. But with A captured, B is still no easy prospect. They have to battle every single step of this way. They have to clear bedroom. Envoy will be the man that causes issues until they dig him out. CleanX looks and tries to change his mind. Must have been a call made in there, but Insight finds 2. If he had found a 3rd there, it would have been game on.
Well, they had the information on Envoy, who went for the challenge just to slow them down. That would have been a huge kill from HyDra. It just feels like LA Thieves are finding that odd clutch kill just to slow down Toronto Ultra enough. Big kills now coming through. This not just the odd kill, it's 3 of 4. They can now establish some sort of map control. Kills in their favor. 1:20 to go. What's the play here for Ultra now? It's trying to be an A through the side for HyDra. Pushing down that side of the map. Envoy now having to back on down. The challenge going to come through from Scrapz, Tens and Bance from Envoy. Still control of the bedroom side for Thieves. They've never really let it go.
And they are keeping the pressure up here as well. Keeping out where Kenny is. Not only do they push those spawns right out with the rest of his team, but now they have to find him before they even consider moving. This is a time burner. And with the kills flowing as well, there's nowhere for Ultra to go.
Spawns coming over towards the glass side though, so maybe a potential opportunity for Ultra with only 8 lives remaining. How many times have we seen Ultra backs against the wall and all of a sudden 4 of the opposition are dead and you're on the point? Potential here, another kill from Scrapz. This is their moment.
Octane is in the backfield though. He's alive, he finds a kill on the Scrapz. He's gonna get another longbow with a long fight. It's still Octane alive though on a 4-string. He's 8-2 and he falls. And Ultra will take this opportunity to jump on the point to stop the clock with 25 seconds to go. But they need this push. They do not have the lives.
Don't have the lives, don't have the time. No lives remaining. Drazah calls game. We'll find 2. That should be the round. A momentary scare for LA Thieves in what was pretty much a dominant defensive round. No ticks over towards the B side. And I don't think Insight's going to do it all on his own. 9 seconds. Not a hope, not a prayer. We'll find Drazah. We'll then find his death. LA Thieves with the round 1 win.
I'll tell you something, masterful defense. Octane and Drazah went to work and never stopped. First with the ARs, and then Octane decided to take over bedroom by himself. Vaznev in hand, just playing his life. And I think the option there for Thieves was realistically keep Ultra from condensing on themselves, getting any teamwork going, and it worked.
Last two maps, Octane has been lights out. Talk about Scrapz being one of the candidates for one of the AR MVPs. Octane is there right alongside him. 10-3 to kick off the control. And just a really stout defense from Thieves. You've seen as soon as A was gone, it was bedroom control, bedroom control, bedroom control. Can Ultra do the same thing here? It's a big hit from the side of Thieves over towards the A side. A complete breakdown from Ultra. Hellish shots coming in from Drazah, who can start to put the pressure on over towards the middle of the map. Insight not going to be done there. The damage is maybe already done over towards the A side. LA Thieves firmly camped over towards the restaurant.
This is a different gear for LA. They are moving confident. They know they can afford to slow roll this. Basically put one player on A and keep probing the defenses of B. If you find an opportunity, seize it. But this gives you so much time.
Oh, this door is swinging wide open now for the side of LA Thieves. We haven't seen Ultra really do much in this round. It was Envoy on a 5, but huge kills from inside will slow them down. LA Thieves haven't quite locked A in because the opportunity was there. Over towards the B side, it's presented itself again. Ultra seemingly one by one at the moment. Insight's the only one who can kind of keep them in any realms of in this round. 5 in a row from him in their 5 crucial kills. He will then fall. Thieves a little bit of presence here. The round is on a nice edge, but LA Thieves are very much running away with it.
Scrapz finding a big 2 though. Steadies the ship. Ultra have an opportunity to say, where on earth that stun go, by the way. CleanX eventually does clean it up. But LA Thieves will not want to give away bedroom control now. They know they can keep Ultra guessing where they're going to be unless they lose these kills, but HyDra moves into it.
aBeZy just trying to stay alive, will eventually get hunted down. And you've seen the previous round, LA Thieves, complete dominance of this side of the map in towards the bedroom side. They've got complete dominance again. But this time on the attack, and it's working out for them. The kills in their favor by about 4. HyDra inside, and Scrapz combining. Just about clearing LA Thieves out. This is the first opportunity Ultra have had to get some map control.
Yeah, they really needed it as well. You can see them already pushing out the angles. HyDra going to try and make one here at least, but stop shooting. And does go down for LA Thieves. They're going to burn a little bit of time. They're going to split this map horizontal and try to find their way through. They know they've lost bedroom control.
They were just keeping their finger on the pulse throughout the majority of this round here by keeping them away. The kills are now going to be traded. Insight will find one, but they're traded all the way to Envoy. Now left in technically a 1v1 versus Scrapz. Scrapz towards the bedroom side will just try to stay alive for his team, and Envoy will push himself forward as well. Just trying to cut off the reinforcements as quickly as they can. Scrapz will die in bedroom though. Ultra have got their backs against the wall.
Envoy may have done just enough though. The rest of Ultra are trying to reinforce, but they're going to do it from Marble side. Thieves are looking to touch this point to stop the clock. They've got bodies, they've got position, but they don't have a CleanX who's finally killed. Kenny's going to get team kill inside of 1-1, and CleanX cleans it up at the end. Backs against the wall, but they shrug it off.
5v5. LA Thieves with the glass side spawn. Scrapz the big kill on Octane. No lives remaining for Thieves.
Kenny though brings it back to 4v4. Everything on this one. HyDra will find Envoy on the flank. And now, oh my goodness, he gets out of there. It's 3 versus 3. It's 7 seconds. They're going to go for it. Octane is going to fall inside. It's going to go down to Drazah. Another point falling. It's Scrapz left alone. Kenny cannot do it. He cannot get there in time. The kill will not matter. Ultra win the round, but a kill, a trade, a second. I don't want to say I was right, but I told you it'd be a tight game.
My word. Oh, things got very, very scary there. For all the lives were pretty much dead even. Thieves are the one that have to touch the point. They have to stop the time. Another 10 seconds I saw they maybe could have just slowed things down, picked them apart a little bit, but the problem was for Thieves, they had to go. Defensive rounds prospering so far. Toronto Ultra now back over towards that side. I'm sorry, Thieves over towards that side, I should say, as Ultra now heading over towards the restaurant. A is going to be the objective. They found it very, very quickly. They may do the same thing here again in round number 3.
And that's an easy A. Same strategy again though. Pro B, move in, see if you can get anything going here as well as they look for it on the other side of the map. CleanX is going to find Octane, and CleanX gets 2! He finds Kenny as well! B is now rocketing towards them! They clean Thieves out completely! And Ultra know what they've just done! They are capturing both same time.
We're watching HyDra just sit in the restaurant on his own. No date. Nobody showed up because the rest of his friends are all over towards the B side. It's completely cleared out by CleanX and Scrapz, and they get a hold of B. Thieves now very much backs against the wall, but they have just about regrouped over towards the A side. Their lives heavily in favor of Toronto Ultra. But the map presence is here from Thieves. They must slow Ultra down. There is 2 minutes to catch it.
1 tick left. 2 kills already flowing. Octane staying alive in kitchen. He is their linchpin. And oh my goodness! Octane and Envoy, they find the kills they need. Scrapz is firing in all directions, but hitting nothing with a decor in this hotel. And he finds another one. The teams are slugging it out here.
Problem is for LA Thieves, they cannot slug it out, but that's 4 dead. All of a sudden, Envoy just flies out the mid-map and decimates Insight. A side now locked in for Thieves. Kitchen control is there. Ultra still with work to do. The lives ever so slightly in the favor of Toronto Ultra still.
And LA Thieves are not an easy team to put down, regardless of what is happening before you. A minute left to go. They still have control of A. But they will have to continue to stop this pressure coming through. Ultra are stacking the doorways. They are looking for it now. Envoy and Octane, though, they stop it completely. It's a wipe. Only 1 player remains alive. It's HyDra. And he does get the kill. He gets the second as well. Kitchen is open.
Big kills coming in from HyDra. And all of a sudden, LA Thieves, your backs are against the wall. Kenny, he has to go big alongside Envoy. They're all dead.
And they're in. And that's going to be it. There's going to be the attacking round because Octane, you cannot shoot in 4 directions at once. The stack is through. Ultra find the attacking round.
The damage is done super early by CleanX and Scrapz over towards the B side. You've seen Scrapz kind of just playing the island. He's playing away, finds 1 kill, and he's like, yo, Toby, can you come help me out? He flies into reception, finds 2 off the respawn, and that's all she wrote over towards B. Toronto then picked them apart over towards the A side, and it is match point to send themselves to championship Sunday.
And now for LA Thieves, they will not only have to win 2 control rounds back-to-back, but 3 maps from this position. They are good, but just how good are they today? Already a bit of CleanX, that is your teammate, but that is a wipe already.
HyDra putting the pressure on. The hit has got to be A and HyDra. This is his kitchen, and he is cooking right now. Octane can just about answer back with a kill. But like the Thieves, it feels like they're floundering. It feels like they have nothing going their way. They've got to find a break. You can look at Thieves, they're turning around in their spawn. They haven't got a clue what's going on right now. They need to find some sort of break, and that might be it. CleanX HyDra answering back. Charlie Hicks is on one today. May well be 15 and 24, but it's been important kill after important kill. Thieves have got to pull something from the fire right now.
Ultra found so many kills, they actually misinterpreted the spawns there for a second. It has given LA Thieves an opportunity to get into A, to stop the clock, to get something. Ultra, do they go for this? It looks like they might. HyDra swinging into action one more time. If he wins this point, they will look. And he is going to fall. It is a sigh, it is a breath in the lungs of LA Thieves.
A kill from Kenny might just deter Ultra. Did they call out Scrapz on the flank there? It doesn't matter. Gunned. And all of a sudden, LA Thieves will get a hold of A. How many times, though, have we seen teams had their backs against the wall in attacking rounds? 0 lives, nothing to play with. And all of a sudden, they'll find a 4 down, and the round will be over, but it's not looking likely right now. As Toronto Ultra finding all of the kills. It's only Envoy left in the middle of the map right now, with very little map control for the side of Thieves. Ultra can set themselves up, and Thieves have got a hell of a battle on their hands to get a hold of this point.
Envoy and Drazah, they combine. They're looking for Envoy will find their second. Inside, the only player left here, trying to either find the kill or stay alive just long enough. They go for the flank. Kaney's going to find him. Thieves have struck, and they've struck gold, and Scrapz falls as well. It is the SMGs that are burning Ultra out of this control point.
What did we say? We said it takes 1 big 4 down to swing the round in your favor, but Toronto Ultra find a couple of kills back. Is the presence going to be there from inside, who will find 2 of his own? Still a lot of work to be done. Ultra do not have the control. Drazah doesn't quite have the beams. 11 v 10, 1 tick to go for LA Thieves to tie up the control.
And Thieves, they know they can still do this. 40 seconds, a couple of pushes, a couple of opportunities. Kenny hits the route. Octane finds the kill. Octane finds another kill. Kenny looking for it, finds inside, finds the life. It's only going to be Hicksy really for Ultra. They can do anything, but CleanX will wipe him out. That point is stopped though. Drazah is going to be there.
Drazah must stay alive, as must Hicksy. Continues to do so, just finding important kill after important kill. Can't find that one. Now all of a sudden LA Thieves, one more opportunity here in Toronto.
And they must hold, because here come the Thieves. It is not fear that grips Ultra, but merely a heightened sense of destiny as they try to fight back the tide. Every single bullet whipping past the shoulders as Thieves get their toes in. Hicksy firing from the hip as well. Scrapz finds two. They rebuff them. They take them down. And Ultra will be going. Just so wait a minute. Drazah 1v1. Ultra. It ends again with one life, one kill, 1 second. But Ultra do go to Sunday. They do live the dream.
Don't let anyone tell me that this esport is dead. What on earth was that?
I thought it was all over.
What a round of control that was between these two. Thieves got battered at the start of that round. And then all of a sudden, Thieves fight their way back. It comes down to a 1v1. And Ultra seal their position on Sunday at their home major here in Canada.
And for Ultra fans and players, they were watching that last POV with bated breath. Drazah did not know where he was. A 2v1. I think he actually got another player there as well. It might have been a 1 versus 3. But Thieves found an opportunity. They struck, but Ultra swung right back. It was a clash of bodies, blades, bombs, and gunfire. And I've had lung issues in the last 3 months. I think that might have almost killed me.
You can get a lie down now, mate. We're done because Ultra ran through the LA Thieves. Comfortable map 1, tight map 2, and number 3. Well, I don't know if I would call it comfortable, to be honest. The end of that round got very, very crazy. But ultimately, it's Ultra to do the business. As far as 3 years go, that was pretty good.
I can't believe there was a 3-0. I'm sweating. I'm going to have to take my trousers off here in the venue.
Oh, okay, right now, come on.
Yeah, nobody needs to see that, but look, sometimes you get to be right. But we knew that was going to be a series, and what a series it was. Time to find out from two beautiful gentlemen, though, what they thought of that one. It's Miles and Scrapz.
Thank you very much, boys. I am joined by Scrapz. Congrats, man. I mean, you fell a little short against FaZe. Thieves, you take him to task. The crowd could not be more behind you if they tried. How you feeling?
Oh, it feels amazing, you know. Absolute slamming. Like, that was an absolute ass whooping. But, you know, yo, you guys are nuts. Yo, we hear you guys every step of the way. And let's keep this shit up. Let's go.
There's a lot of chance of Rookie of the Year. There was an MVP chant. Are you letting any of that get to you? You staying focused? What's the game plan going into tomorrow?
Yeah, you know, MVP, Rookie of the Year, they're just individual achievements. You know, I'm coming for championships, rings, and all that shit. So, you know what I mean? Let's get it.
Scrapz, how does it feel to finally have an event here in Toronto with the crowd truly behind you? How does it feel to put on for the fans?
Yeah, you know, we've been waiting this for months, since the first major. You know, this shit is anything I dreamed of. You guys make it the best. And Jesus, let's keep it up.
A few more before you can lift the trophy, but wish you the best of luck, man. GG's.
GG's.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Pissed on.
Hey, yo, go to the desk.
Oh my goodness.
Spray it all over the crowd. Scrapz get
getting rowdy like R. Kelly. Wow, this is an insane night, ladies and gentlemen. One of the fastest days we have seen. And Joe, I just want to hit that interview from Scrapz because he said all the right things. Miles asked him about the MVP award, asking him about the Rookie of the Year award. He doesn't care about the individual honors.
No, he doesn't. I mean, that's what you want to hear, right? It's nice that it is to play well. There's nothing better than winning as a team. In winning championships, trying to win in front of your home crowd. He knows, right? We are 3 weeks away from champs. Can you carry this momentum into that, right? We've seen it time and time again. We saw it last year with Thieves. You win this event, confidence is through the roof for the ring.
Allie, we have seen such an epic story unfold here from our top dogs getting knocked out a day early. Now to the fan favorites, Legion going out. It's just one team left that this crowd is cheering for, and they're wearing Toronto purple.
And then goodness, they made it to tomorrow, right? It's so hot in here. I lost my jacket throughout all of the chaoticness, but I will say this, you know, 3-0 is definitely not what I expected when it came to this matchup, Toronto Ultra versus LA Thieves, but you want to be the team to beat heading into champs, and that's kind of what Toronto's trying to do. Not only win their home major, but be that team to beat.
Nameless, you told me the moment you saw the maps and modes, this is gonna be a showdown. Guns up, and what an epic face-off it was between the ARs. Walk me through this series. How did Toronto come out on top?
Yeah, I mean, well, when you looked at the map layout, we had a 3-night stay in the hotel, and Toronto Ultra are one of the best, if not the best, hotel team in the game. They come out, they win that map #1. You know, me and Merc were talking about it, potentially Thieves not feeling as confident in scrims on HyDra, a map that they were 9-1 on their last 10. They ban it in this, so you get that hotel, you lose that. You get to the search and destroy. Although you had opportunity, when you get later in the game, they're what I like to call championship rounds, Chris. And you get to that round 9, they push mid, they get absolutely wiped, just basically gifting around the Toronto Ultra after you fought so hard to climb your way back into the game. And then at that point, the ARs on Ultra, I cannot gas up enough. We spent a lot of time talking about the subs, but these ARs, when they're on point like that, you are not beating them on a map like this. 2-piece after 2-piece by Insight, playing his life. Scrapz with the follow-up. Unbelievable duo.
It's time for our Hummer GMC EV Extract mode. Let's take a look at this one. The close out of the series over the LA Thieves. Perfect plays near the end. Insight and Scrapz once again clutching up for the squad.
Yeah, Insight, I think, was that guy for me throughout this entire map. I mean, 32 and 20. When you need him to find the kills, he always did. CleanX obviously gets the first kill here. He tries to jump out to maybe shoot the leg of this player, but will get shut down. And then it's just Hicksy and Insight closest here. Scrapz finding 2 in mid. Insight finds the 3rd, and then it's the 2v1 on point. Maybe a little bit of overchild of Hicksy here.
But it's all right. Confident.
Because Insight was there, right? Insight was there for the trade.
3-0 is the final score as Toronto powers into your final 4. We say goodbye to 8 teams as LA Thieves will take home 5th, 6th place. They'll get ready for champs alongside everyone else who's tuning in on Championship Sunday.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, LA Thieves, they start in the losers bracket. They have a pretty good run, taking out another championship caliber squad. These are your Major 3 and Major 4 champions, right? Like, this could have definitely went the other way on a different day. I expect Thieves to bounce back and be very strong come champs time.
Big shout out to everyone here in the Toronto crowd. Everyone is filing out, and as we say goodbye to the locals, let's catch everyone up at home with how this day unfolded. Joe, it started with a 3-0 and what was expected to be a very interesting matchup. Vegas could not hang with the Subliners
I have not chased a map 4 this weekend. I don't think Lando and Study have either. But yeah, I mean, just right from the get-go today, you're thinking Legion, they can do this, right? You're playing some teams definitely beatable, but props to New York Subliners today. They looked unbelievable. They go 6-0, but it starts with this one right from the get-go. Map #1, KiSMET and HyDra leading the way. But they just look great, especially in the search and destroy. So decisive is this NYSL team. Yes, they still have a couple of mistakes, some things to clean on up, but they're looking better than I think we've probably seen since Major 1.
I think HyDra at this point is kind of becoming like a Cellium to me, that when he drops numbers like 12 and 4 in a search and destroy, I don't even flinch at it anymore. It's like, oh, it's HyDra. You know, one of the best SMGs in the game, just doing HyDra things, but definitely an unfortunate situation for Vegas Legion. I thought there was going to be a lot more opportunity for them in that embassy. Unfortunately, they came out slow against New York Subliners team that once KiSMET and HyDra, I mean, top 2 in kills per minute and kills per 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, that pace that they set, you have to be coming up, matching that right out of the gates, or else you get caught slacking very, very quickly.
Taking a look at your second battle of the day, Florida Mutineers shocking everyone when they beat OpTic. That set up a run for a potential top 3 finish when they faced off against the Røkkr, but the Mutineers were not able to get the job done. Once again, attached and Fame impressing the whole squad. Looks like they are going for their first title of the year, Nameless.
Yeah, Chris, and we were in the crowd for this one, and there was a lot of fans where I felt like that was when the crowd actually started to turn up and get loud for Cammy and Bance throughout this one. We get to that game 2 S&D, Fame and his grenades. I mean, these guys are just so coordinated. Like, he literally had a nade spot over Barber into top plant to win them a couple of those rounds. And, you know, Florida Mutineers, the Cinderella story's over. They're good to get you one win. After that, it's over for you. So Minnesota Røkkr find themselves top 3 situation. Potentially making a grand final would be a historic turnaround.
Minnesota forcing everybody to run at least 2 trophies, maybe 4 if you play them on Mercado. Fame with some of the best bangers of the day. We've got to walk you through the third battle. Thieves and FaZe and Ultra. This was another red team going up against a purple squad in our winners bracket, and a 3-1 going in favor of FaZe. What did you see from Slasher and crew?
I mean, just a nice bounce back, right? You're in front of the home crowd, and you know what? It doesn't really matter. You have that, but FaZe, they look strong, man. I mean, Slasher having a great tournament, and just like that, they're top 3 again. They make it to Sunday. Of course they do. When you think about it, FaZe is going to be there. But for me, them winning that Fortress Hardpoint, I think was just so important. First of all, for them to get confidence on that map. Yeah. But it just feels like it really set the tone. Yes, Ultra do bounce back here in our round 11, but it's the respawns for FaZe. If FaZe are going to play respawns like this, good luck to the
hand it to them.
They won all 3. They won all 3 respawns in this series. Typically, that's not in the fashion of the Atlanta FaZe. Typically, we see them at least take one or both search and destroys if it gets that far. So to see them winning series in its 3-1 fashion, doing it through the hard points and the controls, especially in the 3-0 Expo fashion, Atlanta FaZe easily taking over the spot of possibly not the crowd favorite, but the statistical favorite to win the event.
Atlanta FaZe is waiting for the Røkkr. That'll be your winners bracket finals matchup tomorrow. Meanwhile, Florida, they fell down to the elimination bracket where they matched up against the Subliners, and that's where Florida's road came to an end. They're going to fall out in 5th, 6th, the highest on the season, but the Subliners were able to power forward.
Yeah, I mean, it's just map 1 here. I mean, you have a couple opportunities if your Mutineers capsules going off right from the get-go. You know, he had a great tournament individually, but it was just these closing moments. This is what I'm talking about from NYSL. Priestahh and HyDra just playing their life at the right times. The search and destroy damn near perfect out of the Subliners. Just so quick with their decisions, how they want to react, where they want to play. Skyz is hitting snipes, and I think just going down 0-2 for Florida, that was just too difficult to come back from.
Subliners power into your final 4. They'll be facing off against Toronto, the final squad to win over LA Thieves, which we all just witnessed. Battle for top 3 is about to be insane, and of course we've got that winners bracket match opening things up at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Mark your calendars, set your alarms, and lock in for the final championship Sunday here of the majors. Let's take a look at the schedule for the day. Ali, what do you think is going to be the game that finally goes to a game 5?
It's got to be the Ultra Subliner series. They already went to a game 5 on day number 1, so we already know that's going to be one that hits the distance and goes the bangers. My biggest question is how Minnesota Røkkr is going to look against the Atlanta FaZe.
Joe, we've had a lot of awesome Canadians come up and say what's up throughout the weekend. Anything you want to say to the fans before we come back for championship
no, we
Sunday?
love it, City, man. I think we all love it here in Toronto, right? Toronto Ultra putting on a great event. We appreciate it, but the fans here are nuts. One of the best crowds we have in the CDL.
Can't wait to come back. Championship Sunday loads up at 1:15 Eastern p.m. We will see you all on headquarters. Thanks for tuning in.
Pedal to the metal when I hit the gas, running through the competition like a running back. I don't ever get tired, I don't take naps. Looking back at you when I'm running laps. I'm the realest in the place, you should know that. Oh yeah, here's another L, you can hold that. All alone at the top with a throne at. It can get a little cold just like snow caps. No cap, if I fall, I'ma be back like a relapse. Never relax, hit you in the chin strap with a kneecap to your neck snap. Throw it online, make sure everybody see that. I have my aspirations, I know my destination. I go no hesitation, you can't break my concentration. Anytime chase, I'm running it. You can see it in my face, I'm running it. I'm running it. 40 love, no love to my enemies. Waiting on my downfall, never see the enemy. Running like I got no legs and a centipede. Gold medal on my chest for the centerpiece. Slow me down, something you can never do. Hold me down, that's impossible, I never lose. One way or another, win is what I do. This is my game and I play by my rules. I have my aspirations, I know my destination. I go no hesitation, you can't break my concentration. Put me in the game, I'm running it. Do this every day, I'm running it. You know I don't play, I'm running it. I'm running it, I'm running it. Anytime, any place, I'm running it. Always down for the chase, I'm running it. You can see it in my face, I'm running it. I'm running it.
Take calls, but I send that text from way downtown, but it's still wet. Yeah, that's a guarantee. King of the city, man, they knowing that it's me. Ain't damn near still doing it with ease, cause it ain't that hard when I'm talking about me. Me and my funds, told them I get what I want. I need my money up front. I do not do this for fun. So I've been here my whole life, I ain't seen them here once. Told them I ain't playing, they don't wanna get hurt, dog. It's about time I done show them how it works, dog. Seen them in the shit, but now they all worse off. I ain't in a race if I ain't coming first, dog. Tell them step back if they ain't in the game now. It was moving slow, so I had to find a pace now. All they trying to talk, not the time or the place now. Coming for the pot, and I got a pocket ace now. Ooh. Can't make a promise, but I do my best. 25 sitting on 25 racks. Just got started, no, we ain't done yet. Bought a new crib, that's a goddamn flex. Goddamn flex. Sign that check. Told them last year that I been up next. Can't take calls, but I send that text from way downtown, but this shit still wet.